Welcome back to the Malt Man Cave. I'm Keith.
I'm Dave.
And tonight we're going to be doing another whiskey from the Isle of Arran. Alright, so as I said, tonight we're going to be doing another whiskey from the Isle of Arran, which I'm pretty sure you liked Arran 10 that we did the other night.
Yes.
It was pretty decent, right? Bourbon matured, not too crazy high ABV, just like you like it. So tonight we're going to be doing Arran 12 cask strength. So the ABV is...
The big brother.
It's cranked up a couple notches. So we'll see if you like it.
The chief running bull of the Arran variety.
So Arran 12 cask strength comes in at 52.9% ABV. It is non-chill filtered. It says that on the label, and natural color. So Arran is doing things the right way. I really appreciate it. We got a lot into like the history and things about Arran in our last review. So I'm not going to get too much into it. We're going to kind of get straight into the whiskey. This is a one-off of 18,000 bottles that they made. It was bottled in 05/2015. And I'm pretty sure this is mostly bourbon matured. I looked online. I actually couldn't find anything definitive. If there's sherry in this, I would be shocked. I'm pretty sure they're doing mostly bourbon matured. I know they have some wine cask. I know they have a pretty good port cask that we have back there that we're going to review soon. They have a really good Amarone, and there's a couple other ones that they have. They have some really good wine cask. But anyways, I'm pretty sure Arran 10 and I'm pretty sure this one are bourbon matured exclusively. But I could be wrong, but that's my hypothesis. That's my educated guess.
My palate says yes.
So, without further ado, let's get into some whiskey.
I still have a little bit left.
You can top her off a little bit. All right. What do you get on the nose?
So my first two notes are a little strange for how this is going to end up.
I got a weird one for this too.
Soapy was my first one. And it was a little dull to me.
Dull?
Right off the bat, I was expecting a little. Just
don't you pump the brakes on? You're like
a little dull. No, it was just a little hard for me to discern what I was smelling. I'll put it that way.
Dull. The Isle of Arran is not going to send us any samples anytime.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
God.
So then I started
First
noticing...
note I get, dull. Tastes like crap.
Rubber eraser.
Actually, I got a pretty unique note on the
So then I started... So I smelled a little tangerines, a little oranges, and then I got the pears again, the kind in the summer when I've run them over with a lawnmower and it's a little sweet. So I start getting that, and then also a little saltiness.
Yep.
How about you, man?
So first off,
dull.
Definitely a little dullness. Like the Arran 10, I get white Concord grapes.
Dull.
Domino, like sugar cubes, like the brand.
Yeah, you do.
Still not finding the dull.
Sugar cubes.
A little bit of butteriness. And the most unique note, and I don't think I've ever said this before, but something reminds me of scrambled eggs.
Ooh.
Not the type with cheese, like mostly the egg whites, but like a little bit maybe of like the yolk, but scrambled eggs.
Nice.
It's pleasant to me. Little floral, lilies, like almost like s'mores, except for it's instead of like Hershey's. So I don't know. Most people in the States know what s'mores are, but if you're not in the States, we take graham crackers and we kind of break it in half. So we make like a sandwich out of burnt or toasted marshmallows. And then we put chocolate, typically a chocolate Hershey bar, and we squeeze it together and make it like a sandwich. Well, to me, it tastes like graham crackers, the marshmallow, but instead of using a chocolate Hershey bar, it's like white chocolate. Ooh. So, some dullness, some pineapple and pears. honeydew melon, and then almost like peaches, like if you open up a can, and it's like in the syrup, and you really get that. It's really prominent on the palate. So, what do you get on the palate? Some more.
Let's get into
some
it.
Big things.
Big things. Big things are in store for this.
Arran Distillery. I like you guys. If you're watching,
you take the first sip and bam, I love it. I love the fact that I didn't get much on the nose, and as soon as you take a drink, I was expecting a soapy, salty kind of bourbon matured something, and it's so much more than that. A lot of heat and spice for me right away. Cinnamon, red hots, and it was like jalapeno heat, and I like
spicy.
Yeah, I like jalapenos. So just coats the whole, goes down your throat. You can feel the heat. Tangerines and oranges again. The same sweetness from those, and then some fresh cracked pepper.
Yeah, it's got some kick to it. I'm trying to figure out if it's the oaky, like if it's like the cask, or if it actually is just the ABV. You know, because sometimes the higher the ABV, it almost, the heat kind of tastes peppery. Or do you actually think it's from?
I don't know.
The cask, but you get pepper. I agree. It's got some kick to it.
I got pepper. That's all I can say. It went from dull to pepper. Hot pepper.
So on the palate, I'm taking this up.
What? I'm a rogue reviewer.
Vinegar wine.
Vinegar wine.
Welsh Toro did not like that description.
Raisin vinegar wine.
Go back and watch our Ball Blur 1990. Dave said something, and like a bunch of people in the comments like destroyed him.
Whatever, man. It's all subjective.
What you're here exactly. If you get it, you get it. And
kick rocks.
I love you, WT. All right, so on the palate, I get Moscato white wine, kind of tinged with a little vanilla extract.
Eggs.
But I didn't get the eggs on the palate. It was just on the nose.
I think it was the sulfur.
You know, because there's no sulfur.
I know.
Well, that's not true. I was about to say there's no sulfur because there's no sherry cask used, but that is not entirely true because sometimes in the fermentation process there is sulfur notes, and a lot of times the copper gets rid of it. So you can get sulfur notes even if it isn't a sherry cask, but I about misspoke.
Knowledged.
Buttery pastries, again, pineapple and pears, a little floral. I can see a little of the soapy notes that you're talking about. You're so wise. You're such a connoisseur, Dave.
Just
such a connoisseur.
in the 5 minutes I was allowed. Just kidding.
Cough syrup, and again, kind of the s'mores with the white chocolate. And then kind of fades, little saltiness that you get because it is on an island. And I think that it's there a little bit. What do I get at the end? There was another note that I...
The essence of daw.
Like it's like a sour apple juice into like key lime pie. Pretty good. What do you got on the finish?
I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah, the finish. It's,
man,
it sticks with you for a while.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
there.
drank in a while.
Long. I put long and
Affected me.
spicy, just like I like my women. Cinnamon red hots all the way down for me. Just and maybe it's from the ABV. Who knows? But
Yeah.
it's good. It's funny that you put cough syrup. I thought it was very lozenge-like.
Yeah.
Very much like putting a what is Ricola?
It does kind of have that note to it,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Especially on the palate.
Little Ricola. Yeah, but it, man.
So you think it's kind of a long finish?
Oh yeah, definitely a long finish. Definitely a long finish, and it definitely, the palate and the finish are incredible.
Better than the nose.
The nose, I like the nose. It's like that. What am I gonna be? Who knows? Who knows? Hard to get.
Sometimes it is pretty interesting when you have like a whiskey that's like really stinking good on the nose, and then like the palate's like okay. But then sometimes you have the nose it's like okay, and then all of a sudden like the palate's like whoa, that's full of flavor and like really good. So I think that's kind of what makes whiskey amazing. Now obviously it's better when you have an amazing nose, amazing palate, and amazing finish, but beggars can't always be choosers. So I mean it's a long finish. I can still taste it from my last sip. I would say it's a long...
One of the longest I've ever experienced.
A very long finish. You get a lot of that pineapple and pears. A little bit of pepper kick, you know, whether it's the ABV or pepper. Cinnamon, but then, you know, it's all the vanilla, white chocolate, key lime pie. And I even put a little peanut butter. I don't know where that's coming from, but a little peanut buttery, nutty taste. So... pretty good stuff. Malted Man Cave Mark, what are you going to give this dull whiskey?
This dull whiskey, man, Arran, this was a journey. You took me on a journey tonight. I'm going to give this a 91.
Holy crap!
Yeah, man. It's been a long time since you gave me a whiskey, and Keith didn't tell me anything about it besides the fact that
I'm trying to do better about not saying anything.
Yeah, not saying anything. I love the fact that it's not that I didn't like the nose, it's just that I thought, oh, this is going to be another one of those whiskeys that Keith likes, and I don't know why I should like it, but I'm gonna try my best to figure it out. But then I'll give it an 85 or an 84 if I like it. But this was a really nice little turn. I like that I was surprised with it. So if you are new to it, well, what is it? Is this a pretty expensive bottle?
I bet you the nose, it's not super expensive at all. That's one thing great about Arran is it's pretty affordable. It's not cheap. Yeah. I can't remember. I got this so long ago. I don't remember how much.
Yeah, but so it's a 4. So it's a.
It wasn't
for a working
like
man.
crazy.
For a working man, yeah. Okay. So yeah, this would be a great one to, instead of getting a Macallan.
In my personal experience, it does
Macallan.
open up quite a bit with water. I bet you the nose would have got a little bit better for you if we put water on it. So for me,
I wanted it to be the journey.
Oh yeah,
just kidding.
Shock you. So I would say this is an 89 out of 100 for me. I think a year or two ago, this probably would have been a 91-ish.
You just know too much.
No, I've just tried so many good whiskeys.
Yes, I gotcha.
And I don't know. But this is very, very, very good, and it's very good for the price. I would recommend pretty much any Arran product right now. They're doing things the right way. 89 out of 100 for me, 91 from Dave. Excellent, excellent stuff. I think I was planning when I first wrote on my notes it was like a 90 or something. So it's just we've had so much whiskey,
dude,
and you gotta. So
apparently I haven't.
Question of the night. Well, I'm not surprised. You love bourbon matured, and this is in your wheelhouse. Question of the night. So what is it? December 17th.
Yes.
We're a couple days away from Christmas, so we thought we'd kind of talk a little bit about the holidays. So I want to know, what is either your favorite thing about Christmas, or if you're Jewish and you want to leave in the comments, what's your favorite thing about Hanukkah? Or if you don't believe in anything, you just celebrate Christmas just because it's fun to do. What is your favorite memories about Christmas or your favorite tradition? So favorite thing about Christmas or Hanukkah or holidays or your favorite tradition.
Yeah. I've got a lot that are up there. My father-in-law makes clam chowder, which is delicious. Or he'll make biscuits and gravy on in the morning.
Yeah.
So those
the white gravy.
Yeah. Make it yourself. When I was a kid and seeing my kids, the excitement of coming down the stairs in the morning to see what Santa has laid at the mom and dad have laid at the foot of the tree. What I enjoy the most, what I found during the holidays, is re-experiencing old traditions that during that period of time from your teens to the time you have kids, disappears, or the magic of it disappears, and
Going through it again
and seeing the innocence of what you probably were. Yeah.
So do you build up the kids to believe in Santa?
You know what, to a certain extent. Like, they know that mommy and daddy gave them gifts, and Santa, but
I mean, Lindsay would not forgive me if I didn't.
Yeah.
But we have the kids believe in Santa. I mean, eventually.
And I grew up without Santa Claus. The devil. You can't have Santa without Satan. Just kidding.
We both come from pretty conservative.
Anyways, so I don't see the terribleness in a 5-year-old believing in Santa Claus.
So you do?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
How about you, man? So that's my favorite thing, is re-experiencing all of, just literally everything. The night before, the tradition of opening a present the night before. And
do you guys do Elf on the Shelf?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
So I was going to say, my favorite thing about the holidays, especially around here, is we have this place around us called the Clifton Mills.
Oh, yeah.
And they it's like this mill that decks everything out like in lights. They even have like this ravine that leads to like a creek, and it's lit in like these red lights, and then it's like he literally repels when he's like hanging them.
Yeah.
And it actually was on the Great Light Fight Show, and they won.
Like,
oh, that's just this year.
I
Did you
heard
see that?
Yeah.
So if you ever see the episode, what is it? The Great Light Fight Show. Anyways,
yes.
Whatever. It's awesome, and Clifton won. So growing up, that was my favorite memory. We drive there, and my family was poor growing up, so we didn't get to pay money to go in.
You did the slow drive by.
They have like inside, they have this whole thing, and it's like, you know, little figurines and Santa. You had to pay like $15-20 to get in. My parents were like, "Nope, we're watching." Wait,
it's closed. It's closed. Oh.
But I would say now. So that is my favorite tradition. We're going to take our kids soon to go see it, especially now that they won. But the Elf on the Shelf thing has been pretty fun, like moving it to different places.
Yeah.
And then we have an advent calendar, so we'll get like a little toy, like a little Hatchimal that costs like 50 cents or $1, or like a little piece of candy. So every morning, like my daughter's like, "Where is he?" And she like loves going to see where the elf is. So definitely love it. So I agree with you. Having kids makes it magical again. It makes it fun.
Yeah.
So tell us your favorite things about Christmas or Hanukkah or the holidays, or your favorite traditions. We'd love to hear about it. Leave it in the comments. So like, subscribe, and as always, Sláinte, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays.
Don't like Krampus.